When a billionaire mocked a humble court clerk in front of everyone, he thought his money could buy respect. But when the judge opened his mouth, the entire courtroom fell silent. The courtroom buzzed with murmurs as billionaire real estate mogul Charles Denham, age 58, stepped in wearing a $10,000 suit and a smirk that could cut glass. Across the room stood Linda Hayes, a 42-year-old court clerk with tired eyes, but a calm grace that spoke of years of service. Charles tossed his papers on her desk with a snap. "Be careful with those," he sneered. "They're worth more than your annual salary." The courtroom went quiet. Linda froze, blinking, unsure if she'd heard him right. But his smug grin confirmed it. She simply nodded and continued her work, her hands steady. Judge Robert Wells, a fair but firm man in his late 60s, had seen everything from arrogant CEOs to nervous defendants. But something about Charles's tone made his jaw tighten. The hearing began, a civil case over zoning fraud. Charles sat back clearly confident. His lawyers whispered, "We've got this." But the moment came when the clerk, Linda, had to present an exhibit, a set of documents proving the timeline of Charles's property acquisitions. Charles rolled his eyes and muttered loudly, "Let's hope she can read the dates right this time." A few people chuckled. The judge's gavel slammed down. "Mr. Denham," Judge Wells said sharply, "I suggest you keep your comments respectful." Charles shrugged. "Just saying, Your Honor, I expect competence when I'm in my court." The judge leaned forward. "Your court?" The room stiffened. Judge Wells glanced at Linda. "Miss Hayes, could you read the final paragraph from Exhibit D?" Linda stood, her voice steady. "According to these records, the defendant, Mr. Charles Denham, filed false permits under a shell company to avoid taxes on public land." Charles's grin faded. The judge looked him dead in the eye. "You mocked the woman who just presented the evidence that could put you behind bars." Gasps filled the courtroom. Judge Wells continued, "This court clerk you just disrespected has worked here for 19 years, and she caught your fraud before the lawyers did. Maybe next time, you'll learn that respect is priceless and arrogance has a cost." Charles's face turned pale. His attorney whispered frantically, "We need a recess." But the damage was done. The entire courtroom, including the jury, was watching him with disgust. As the gavel came down, Charles realized money couldn't buy dignity, and when Linda quietly gathered her papers, every officer in the room stood to their feet. Not for the billionaire, but for her. Sometimes the most powerful people wear no crown, just integrity.